Hey guys, just got back from the show in Kansas City. I got back. Mission by Matthews released a new bow. For those of y'all don't know, Mission is owned by Matthews. Their cheaper line, kids bows and all that. But I thought this one was pretty neat. It's going to be called the Menace XR. They're also offering it where you can do different color limbs. If you notice, this one is tan and then black limbs. Pretty neat. So looks like you can start building your own bow for your kids or whatever. This bow is pretty slick. Years ago, they had a bow, I believe, called the Menace. I think this bow's replaced it. If you are familiar with the Craze, it's just a kid's bow. But I was going to let you know some specs on it. So the weight is only 2.81 pounds, which is pretty phenomenal. Draw weight of 10 to 50 pounds. Draw lengths will go from 17 inches to 28 inches. So you could buy this for your kid if they're 6, 8, 10, whatever. And it's going to take them a while to get to 28 inches. Or ladies want to get into it because it's a cheaper bow. 80% let off, axle to axle is 28. It doesn't have the parallel limbs. It's got a short riser and it's got a little longer limbs on it. But for a kid, that's perfectly fine because it keeps the weight down. It's still longer to get that string angle where it needs to be. It's available in mossy oak bottomland, earth, and black. And as I said before, looks like you can get earth and black on the limbs, or you can get bottomland with black. You can kind of customize it, which is pretty neat. Brace height of 6 1/8. Grips a mini contour, zebra trophy strings, and cam. They're calling it the RDK. But these bows are really easy to adjust. A lot of people think to adjust any bow, you got to bring it to a bow shop. You really don't. It's got these mods on top and bottom, and it has the draw length on here. If you can't see, it's set on 28, but you just take that screw out and you can move it and put it on whatever draw length you want. No press required, which is pretty neat on these bows. So you don't necessarily have to bring it up here unless you need to. They've been like this for several years, and a lot of people still feel more comfortable bringing it up here and letting me get with the kid and get their draw length and kind of adjust it. But if you just want to go out an inch every year, you can pretty easily. They're coming out with a couple others. Looks like the hammer's still in the lineup and the switch. They're coming out with the performance bow. It says coming soon. Also, something they're doing that I thought was pretty neat is they have a bow hunter kit. They've had this for years. Looks like they changed it up a little bit. It comes with the True Glow Easy Rest, which is real similar to a Whisker Biscuit, just True Glow's version. Comes with the True Glow sight. Looks like a 5-pin sight. That's it there. And it's an Apex gear. Looks like a 2, 4, 5 arrow quiver, which is pretty neat. And it keeps this bow still really light. So if you've got a 5, 6, 7-year-old kid, they can still hold this pretty well. We can get all the way to 10 pounds. And for those of y'all don't know, if you get a kid and they can only pull 10 pounds, they get to where they can pull a lot more back really, really quick. So you start them at 10, in no time they're at 15, 20, 25, and then before you know it, they're pulling back 40 pounds or whatever's legal for your state. It looks like the bow, this whole kit is only $60. So if you purchase this kit without the bow, it's $100. On the Menace XR, like MSRP is $399. I'm normally a little cheaper than that, but that's what MSRP is going to be. Check it out if you have a kid or a lady that wants to get into it, wants a shorter bow, lighter bow. I think this is the bow for them. So we have them available at Michael's Men's Store and Sporting Goods. I have 2, I believe, and I have like 6 more coming. So you can customize it and send me what you want and we can get it ordered. Pretty neat. Just let us know if you want one. We'll go from there. Thanks.